Hello everyone, welcome to a test live stream. And I thought this would be fun because it turns out, there go the dogs, it's live, what can I say? I thought it would be fun to test this out because turns out I'm going to be live streaming on the TubeBuddy YouTube channel tomorrow. So if any of you are available to come hang out with me, it's going to be in the morning, 9 a.m. and that should be super fun. So I thought, because I wanted to try out Ecamm and share my screen and do all that stuff, let's give it a shot and try it out right now. Hey to Peyton and Ariana, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And all right, so there's a few things that I want to do. One, I don't know if anyone else has been experiencing this, but ever since I updated my operating system to Big Sur, I have been having some problems with some of my peripherals and whatnot and some of my streaming stuff. So I wondered if any of you also are having any of those same issues. So you guys can let me know if that is true. Real Caleb, hey, how's it going? And Richby, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So a few things first. I was trying to stream off my Canon 80D. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the wrong camera, aren't I? And it turns out that I don't know what's going on, but ever since the operating system update, it's been having some issues connecting. And so I was like, okay, well, what is plan B? And if you guys were here for the live stream that I did with my friend Eugene, we kind of sometimes were talking about expect some of your streams to be a little bit like rough, and you got to roll with the punches and always have a plan B and plan C and plan D for when all of that fails. So that was definitely the case. And here's the thing is I didn't know until yesterday that I would be live streaming on the TubeBuddy channel. So typically if I was going to have like a big stream or something like that come up, I would not do things like upgrade my operating system or, you know, download a new version of Ecamm beta version or something like that until afterwards. Usually I would not want to do something like that. So, yeah, let me pull this up here and see what are, oh, no. I think I went to the wrong thing. Here's my little chat window. Let's see here. I'm famous. Nope, not famous. Not famous, but thank you for being here. So I thought it would be fun to also, I've been trying out a stream deck from Elgato because if you guys didn't also know, I am live streaming every Thursday, basically, you know, for the next year or so. And we're calling it Triple T Thursdays, and that is tips, tricks, talktorials, which is a talking tutorial where I will walk you through different stuff. So let me see what is going on over here. So I thought one of the things that I could do is invest in like a stream deck or something like that. So instead of having to push a whole bunch of buttons for things to happen, a lot of it can be programmed to do it automatically or auto-magically, which is kind of cool. So yes, tomorrow it's TubeBuddy channel, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And what we're going to be talking about is actually YouTube Shorts and vertical video. And I was like, excuse me, who better? When they told me that was a topic, I was like, oh, sweet. Because if you guys didn't know, I am a huge lover of vertical video. I have an entire YouTube channel dedicated to it, which I will be posting more on, I swear. But I'm super, super stoked about that. I'm super stoked about talking about YouTube Shorts because it's a cool topic, and it really does get people into the topic of diving into vertical video. And since I have such a strong passion and love for vertical video, I think that's cool. Can you do a live stream with me? No. I would go live if I knew you, if you were my friend, if I knew you weren't going to go rogue or something like that. But if I don't know you, no. But can you post a video about iMovie motion graphics? Well, what is it that you're looking to do exactly? Because I have already a ton of iMovie tutorials. In fact, let me see if one of my buttons is going to work here. I created an entire e-course about iMovie. It's called iMovie Made Easy. If you wanted to, also on the merch shelf down below, you can purchase the like, subscribe, bell notification That's for sale down there in the merch link shop, as well as on my Etsy shop, and the entire e-course on how to edit within iMovie is also available now. So that is really cool. Let me see here. Moving text and photos. Well, I actually just put out a video, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago, about the new iPad and iMovie on iOS updates, about being able to finally move titles in iMovie for those devices, which is awesome. I can't wait for it to come to desktop. So actually it was 2 weeks ago I just put out that video. Speaking of that though, if you hadn't, you can like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that good stuff. Make sure you're here. And let's see here. I'm missing my little window of things. Where are my things? There we go. Where are you guys watching from? Tell me all the things. Oh, it's not here. That's why. Okay, let me see if I can find my intro, overlays, channel memberships. Oh, it's not in this one. It's in the other folder. See, again, this is why you practice. Sometimes you gotta practice going live. Where are my Maryland, Germany? Oh, it's in the middle of the night. Oh goodness. Socials, purple, 16 by 9s. Yes, that's what I want. This one. All right, let's play it. There we go. Now I've got it. There's all of my handles. Woo woo, flying in across the side. Let me just make sure it doesn't loop. Do nothing, autoplay. That's right. Okay, sweet. See? Things like this. We're trying to take our live streams up a notch and make them look a little bit more professional. So we're gonna go back to the default view here. It's kind of messing with me. Right. All right, so let me see here what we were going to try and do. I guess while we're also waiting, we could play some music, huh? Let's try this one. Oh yeah, I like this one. Okay, let's take a peek here. This is cool, actually. I haven't played with this in Ecamm, being able to see you guys on the side over here, because before I wasn't able to see some of the comments. So, awesome. Alright, let's see here. So what I want to do... I'm going to go to the YouTube app. Oh, that's funny. Take a look at this, guys. When I open up this one. So the first thing I did is I opened up the YouTube app, and there's me doing the test live stream. And then the next one is actually a post from me saying grow on YouTube with YouTube Shorts, because that is the topic I'll be talking about tomorrow on the TubeBuddy channel, which is awesome. All right, so I wanted to show you what it looks like when you try to create a short on your phone or mobile device. It does not work on iPad, and it's not the same as on desktop either. And StreamYard alternative suggestions. Well, actually, I'm glad that you asked that. Let me come back 1 second. Here comes everything, because I haven't figured out how to not make them autoplay when I first switch back to this scene. It's okay. It'll come off here in a second. Do your thing. Do your thing. All right. I'm gonna put this on pause real quick. So I was going to tell you, let me tell you right now, I have a new channel sponsor, and I should have actually, I don't know if I actually hit that button before I went live, because I did it directly through Ecamm, but basically I have a channel sponsor, and that is Restream, and that is a really great alternative. You can go live inside of there. You can actually just push from Ecamm or someplace else using the RTMP feed. You can go to, it's gonna pop up here on the screen, but like 30 different places at the same time simultaneously. So right now I'm on Periscope, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook, on my profile, and in a group, and I'm on YouTube. So I'm broadcasting all the places where people are, so hopefully wherever people are, they'll be able to watch. And if you guys want to join Restream, you can actually use my link and get $10 off. So just heads up, that's an affiliate link. And then they do sponsor my channel. So not this stream in particular, but yeah, they are a channel sponsor. So there you go. That is a great alternative right there. So like I said, we are talking about YouTube Shorts. So actually, you guys tell me, what do you guys know about YouTube Shorts? Because I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. And available currently widely in India. It's making its way throughout now. It's being rolled out as they do, casually and slowly and in who knows what reason and fashion. But what's really interesting is, even though I have a YouTube channel, a different one called Vertical Video Vixen that is dedicated to vertical video, that channel does not have access to it. And in fact, this channel with the, 37,000 subscribers that it has now does not have access to shorts. But for some random reason, my beauty YouTube channel, which has 870 subscribers, it's not even monetized yet, guys, it has access to YouTube Shorts. So I wanted to show you what it looks like. And I thought we could answer some questions on that too. The links are in the description. Oh, shoot. Because maybe it isn't. Let me take a look. Can I see it? One second. Can I edit it while I'm live? Oh, let's run an experiment real quick. One second. I don't know what will happen if I try and do it. I guess I could play this back on my phone and see while I'm live. Oh, let's run an experiment real quick. One second. Okay, that was me. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. There isn't anything. 1 second. Settings. Upload defaults. That was my mistake. I did it incorrectly. See, close. And me. Let me also tag. I wonder how it looks when I do it. Let's see if I can do this. 1 second. I'm gonna tag them. See if I can tag the channel while I'm also editing this. Bear with me, guys. Let's see what we can do. Yes, I'm gonna try and do both. All right, let me save it. If you refresh the stream now, I think it should have uploaded and updated the title as well as the description box. Let me know if that's true. And you should now, hopefully, let me mute myself if I come up. Now the links are all in the description there if you want to try out and get your discount for a Restream. And that should be good to go if you refresh. Tech Lovin' Mama, hey, how's it going? Yes, it did it. Sweet. That was my mistake. I didn't set that up properly beforehand. Like I said, I am test live streaming right now. So let me, one other thing here. Perfect. Oh, thank you for confirming, guys. That's awesome. That is awesome. Everybody, the real Caleb wants us to get to 10 likes. So if you haven't liked this video yet, can you do that? Help him out. Help me out. It's for me too, right? All right, let me do that and save it. All right. And anyways, we were talking about what do you guys know about YouTube Shorts? What questions do you have? Because I want to address them. And we are practicing now for the live stream tomorrow on the TubeBuddy channel. And if you also didn't catch it, I'm having massive difficulty with my camera ever since I upgraded to the Mac Big Sur yesterday. So there's that. That's super fun for me. But I also didn't know that I was going to be streaming until yesterday. So there's that. Let's see here. Does it show? Yes. It shows that there's someone here also on Twitch. I want to make sure I give some love to Twitch. So, hello. I'm just going to send a quick hello over there. Sweet, for whoever that lurker is. Oh, that's funny. I came up as a comment on my That's funny. All right, I'm going to close this window because it's confusing me. All right, come back over here. I'm still learning about shorts, but done a couple, and I think they're doing pretty well. Awesome, 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 awesome. And do you have it inside of the app yet, or are you doing it directly, just uploading the video and then hashtagging it, or just making sure that it's the requirements? So let's talk about some of the requirements for YouTube Shorts. If you guys didn't also know and hear about them, I think we started talking about this. Shorts are videos, unlike stories, they do not expire in 7 days. These are videos that live on your channel full-time, like a regular video. And some people are creating second channels directly just for shorts, especially ones that do a lot of like long form content. So I think that's interesting. One thing that's really neat about shorts as well is that it will get served up in the shelf that is for stories as well as short videos. And so it can get broadcasted or shown to people who aren't necessarily subscribed to you, but based on their own watching, you know, patterns and stuff like that, YouTube might recommend it and put it in that shelf. So there is this whole new layer of like discoverability that also happens to exist with it. So that's kind of cool. It's also making sure that a lot of people who maybe are very, very used to making content for places like TikTok, Instagram stories, LinkedIn, stuff like that, where a lot of it is vertical, it's really giving them the chance to kind of come over and kind of share what they do, but on a new platform. And so if you guys didn't know this right now, YouTube does support fully vertical videos. So not ones that you've done in a horizontal thing where you put a vertical video in it and exported it like that, because it will export it as the tiny thing in the middle with the black bars on the side. But we're talking about if you actually shot it vertical or edited vertical and upload it and it is vertical, it will show you a vertical video on your phone, and then I can show you exactly what it looks like when you need to like expand it. And the really cool information and like studies behind it is, if you look, there are lots of reports that show like people who use their phone tend to always have it in a portrait orientation or an up and down vertical orientation. And so if you can be the person that stands out and has video that is in that orientation and in a orientation that's comfortable for people using their phones, because 70% of traffic on YouTube is coming from mobile devices usually, that could really be a differentiator as well. It also makes it so it's less scary for a lot of those people coming over from those other sites, TikTok, wherever, to jump into this type of content. And I think that's really interesting because they're really, really focused on vertical video as a new way of telling stories and entertaining people, which I'm all about. You guys know I love vertical video, so I thought I'd use shorts as the intro to longer videos in a way, like a quick unboxing, and the next video is my first impressions of that unboxing. Yeah, I know that when I went to, they had a webinar when they were first introducing shorts to a lot of creators, and so we were invited to go and watch them talk about it. And one thing that they were saying is they don't really want to just see people reuse a lot of their TikTok content. They're looking for people to make like original content, and they're also not looking for people to kind of use it as an introduction to other content that's already on their channel, but really think of it as kind of like a standalone type of thing. And there's also some study and data that's showing that like sometimes the how-to tutorial stuff like that isn't moving and gaining as much traction as just something that's entertaining and fun to watch. And so we're getting these short bursts of entertaining clips. And I think it's also really interesting that TikTok, I don't know if you guys have heard this, they're going to be launching up to 3 minutes soon. So I thought that was interesting. Also, for anyone who is taking content from TikTok, they're saying that the copyright ID system or potential copyright strikes will be in place, because just because you use music and it was okay on TikTok, it does not mean that you can use that same music and it will be okay on YouTube. So some very different things and terminology when you're thinking about it, because a lot of the people who took all of those fun dances and stuff like that that are over on TikTok, they may find that they try and upload that content over onto YouTube and it's not going to do as well, or it's going to get dinged for copyright because of the content ID system that currently exists. So can I make more YouTube related tutorials? Yes, we're going to make more of those. In fact, the Thursday show, which is the Triple T Thursday, it's tips, tricks, tutorials, it's only focused on two things. It's either a video editing type of app or it's talking about YouTube. So whatever those topics are, that's what we talk about on Thursday. Every Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. With the exception, I think, of next Thursday. Oops, sorry, because that is actually Thanksgiving. So I will either go one day earlier or one day later. I guess depending on what people want. But there's a live stream every week. So for that, can you get copyrighted if you give someone credit for their music? Yes, absolutely. You will get a copyright content claim ID or a strike or anything like that. They're saying make sure that if you upload that you have the right to actually, hey, we got a super chat. Hey, it's nice to see you. Maybe you're not working right now. That's awesome. So thank you so much for that. I have a button for that, but it's not working very well. So let me see what we can do. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. It's like the one that I haven't really been able to do very well. Wait, where's my scenes? Where are my scenes? Okay, let's see here. Super chat. Super chat. Have to find it. Super chat. Okay, I think this is it. Come on, show it. Show it. Is it doing it? Is it doing it? I can't tell. I think it's doing it. I think I got it to work. Thank goodness. Oh my god, it never works. Okay, but really I was pressing the button and pushing the other button. So there's that. So we're going to come back to that in just a second for the copyright things. So yes. So it says, can you let me know, thank you, buddy, what can FCP do that iMovie cannot? From what I can see with your tutorials, iMovie has all the functions I need for my video edit needs. I don't need to pay for FCP. Okay, so let's talk about that real quick since we have some time. And you just super chat. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so Final Cut Pro is going to, one, allow you to do multiple overlays. iMovie doesn't really have that ability. It's, you know, one overlay, one title, one... it's like one of anything, right? You can have multiple audio tracks, but you can only have one overlay. Now you can have an overlay and a title though, but only one overlay. So there's workarounds where you either have to export small snippets or you have to add multiple overlays inside of the same graphic that you're going to do. That's definitely a way around it, but that's going to be one limitation right there. Another limitation, until they do an update, because I know that they just did it on iMovie for iOS and iPad, so I assume they're going to do it on the desktop and laptop versions, is the ability to move titles around on the screen. So the only thing that you can currently change when you're on desktop or laptop version is going to be the color, the font, and the size. So those three things, and you can mix and match. So if there's 3 words in a title or whatever else, you can do like 112 size on this one with a pink color and this font, and then on this one you can, like on the second word in the same title, so in the same you can mix and match, but you could never drag it and place it someplace else. So you ended up doing a lot of workarounds where you would create your animated titles or what kind of title you want inside of Keynote or some other thing, and then exported it and brought it back into iMovie. So that's definitely something there. And then another thing that's going to be different is the ability to do like vertical video, square editing, like different varying sizes. So there's kind of a hack in iMovie where you can kind of flip the video on its side or, you know, kind of mess with that. But it also doesn't really work that well with the titles because, you know, titles are meant to be on the 16:9. So again, you have to either change it inside of like Keynote or something and import it in, or mess with it. So that's definitely something else inside of like Final Cut Pro. You don't have to mess with that. You can just resize it and say I want a square or something like that. And then other things, you don't get the ability to do stuff like plugins. And plugins are things where they have like extra cool animations and like little laser looking things, or skin smoothers, or things that fly around, like all the kind of like things that make it like sometimes pretty and graphic, or like stuff like extra stuff like that. That is usually what's being paid for inside of Final Cut Pro, as well as upgraded ability to do stuff like audio, a little bit of audio editing inside of Final Cut Pro. It's a little bit better. Multicam is something else. Final Cut Pro is way better at trying to compile your clips together so you can create a multicam clip project. Let's see. That's a lot of the stuff. So, I mean, off the top of my head. Now, I would say also if you're going to ever make the upgrade to Final Cut Pro, because it does not go on sale, but iTunes gift cards frequently go on sale, right? Sometimes you get like an $80 price tag for $100 worth of whatever, or you can buy discounted ones sometimes on different websites. You can purchase iTunes gift cards and then pay for your Final Cut Pro with those gift cards. So it's kind of like getting it on sale. So that's one way. The second way is if you're a student, they have an awesome student bundle, which includes like Compressor and Logic, which is their audio editing one, and Final Cut Pro. And it's only like $199. So it's cheaper than just Final Cut Pro. It includes way more programs. And if you're a student or a teacher, I believe, get that bundle. I wish I could get it because I would like to have some of those programs. Like Compressor by itself is like $50. Final Cut Pro by itself is $299. So if you can get the bundle, that's definitely like, yeah. But I would say also like, you don't need to upgrade until like you're frustrated at how you can't do something in iMovie. So like if you need 15 overlays and you're like, oh, I don't want to export this clip 10 times, like that's when you go to Final Cut Pro. But otherwise, like it's a lot of the time it's overkill for people just starting out. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay, so any tips for music reaction channels on dealing with copyright strikes? Well, you're gonna have a hard time because a lot of the time, a lot of the places out there have content ID systems in place. It's machine learning. It's going out and looking for their clips. Oh my gosh, I keep looking at the wrong camera every single time because I'm so used to it. They're really, really good a lot of the time at catching those snippets. So all those people who are like, oh, if you just play 5 seconds, or oh, if you pitch the music, or oh, if you speed it up. No, if it's not your music, don't use it. Not only is there a library out there of free songs that you can use that YouTube has provided for you. If you're a paid member of TubeBuddy, oh, speaking of, I think I still have my thing, right? Let me turn this off and then turn on this one, right? Check the down bar. There's a discount for TubeBuddy. And if you use TubeBuddy, you get 10 free songs a month through Audio Hero, through the partnership they have. They also just partnered with a company called Licked, where it is more popular artists and music, where you can get like a single-use license for a single video, more popular songs, and you pay a discounted price. So there's that. The reaction channels, one of the things that you really have to wrap your head around, which I can't really advise you on, is going to be fair use and things like providing commentary, but you can't just play like 2 minutes and 58 seconds straight of a Taylor Swift song and then be like at the end, like, that was a really good song. That's not providing commentary. That's not like meaningful, changing it. That's not really, that's really just you listening to a song. So think about that. And yeah, it's difficult for sure. And so I know that some people, like if you look into like Tristan Paredes, I don't know exactly how you say his last name, but he does a lot of music reaction, and he'll even just come out and say like, I have to make a bunch of jump cuts. I have to like keep breaking it up. So and he's like, I'm sorry, but like if I play longer than a few seconds of it, then I get dinged every single time. So there's also a difference between a content ID claim for a copyright strike, as well as like so a strike versus like a claim. So a claim is going to be like, hey, we know you're using our music, but we're going to allow it. But if we run ads on it, you don't get any money and we keep all the money. But we're going to let you play it. There's also another layer of that where it says like, hey, not only are we going to take all the ad money, we're going to restrict it so that you can't play this song or you can't play this video basically in certain countries because we don't want to allow that. So you could be like, it's limited and with some ads, but can't play in certain countries. That's all part of content ID. Now, if you get a copyright strike, okay, if you get a strike, that is a lot more serious. Because if you get 3 strikes on your channel, you'll actually have your channel deleted by YouTube. But also on your first strike, you might lose the ability to like live stream for a week or upload videos for a week, or so there are other repercussions which are far more serious than a content ID claim. So those are separate. Now, like, we're going full circle, but we're coming back to YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts, and I'm going to launch into this actually because the whole point of this was I wanted to show you guys how to look at this on your phone. So let me pull this up. I think it's this one. Dun, 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 dun. And like I said, they are rolling this out. It's not available yet in every country. It's not even available on all the different accounts. But basically what it looks like, and you can only do this on your phone. And I did verify you can do it on iOS. You can do it on Android. So like this one is a Pixel phone. I was able to log in and see how to do it. This is going to be an iPhone, and you're able to log in and do it this way. So the way that you're going to do it is you're going to go to the bottom of that, like you're going to add a video, and then you'll see you'll have some options. It's go live, create a short, or upload a video. Now, one thing that's also crazy about this is I have this go live, but because I don't even have 1,000 subscribers on that beauty channel, I can't go live. And I kind of just wish that they would remove the button if you can't actually use it, because then I get all excited. I'm like, oh, I can actually do this. Yeah, you cannot. You'll get a message that says like, you do not qualify, or you do not have. Okay, so here is create a YouTube short. If you do it within the app, hello everyone. If you do it inside of the app, you only have 15 seconds. If you do it as outside of the app and then you're going to upload, you can actually go up to 60 seconds. So that is one big distinction right there when you're going to do it inside of the app. Yeah. So there's very, 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 very limited options when you're inside of their beta, and they say it's a beta, but inside of the YouTube Shorts part, you have the speed, you have a timer, and you have the ability to upload from your camera roll. So that's pretty much it, as well as you can hit the button in the bottom left if you want to go selfie versus front camera. And that's pretty much it. So the options here that you have are going to be the speed. So you can go 3 times speed down to 1/3 speed. So if you go this way, the half speed and 0.3 speed, then you are going to be like in slow motion. And if you go this way in the 2 times and 3 times, it should be that you're going quickly. I may have reversed those, but you know what I'm saying. One direction is going to make it so the band, One Direction. One direction is going to make it so that it's faster, and one direction is going to make it so that it's slower. Okay? You're 100 subs away from your first 1,000 on YouTube. That's so awesome. I'm going to show that comment. I don't know why it hid that comment. Awesome. I love it. Oh, wait, what am I missing here? It says, I have heard high-pitched and fast music in the background in someone's videos, and they said they didn't get it. Copyright. Here's the thing is, they may have like scooted around it for now. It doesn't mean that it won't come back and hit them in the future. It doesn't mean that they're exempt. It just means that they're trying to skirt the system, and eventually it may catch up with them. Eventually, maybe not. And you can't just trust some YouTube video that's like, no copyright sound, because here's the thing is, it could be a song on there. You have to know and trust the source that you're getting the music from. And you have to know that someone is going to support you if you're going to go into a claim or like a strike situation, and you need to prove that your music was allowed to be used. So how are you going to do that when you got it from a YouTube video that just says, non-copyrighted sounds, go ahead and use me? How are you going to like have them help you if you have to go into a claim, which I've had. In fact, I had an instrumental piece that was done from the music that I did in this fireworks one, and it was like a patriotic song because it was like the 4th of July, and I was able to show them that I was like, this came from this site, and here is the documentation on it saying that it's free to use, and they released my claim. And so I cannot see that being a thing if you're just getting random music from places. So it doesn't, just because like, hey, I got away with it, doesn't mean like it's this free pass for everyone and they're also going to get away with it. That doesn't mean the same thing. So, okay. So once you're inside of here, And so I'm going to show you here. Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this live. If you haven't yet, you should give it a thumbs up because we're trying to get to 10 thumbs up and I don't even know where we are. Now, one thing is I'm going to stop now because if you guys see, there's a red bar, a progress bar that goes right across the top and it stops. So across the entire width of the phone is going to be 15 seconds long. Okay. Now, did we get 10 likes? Woo! Awesome. All right, so the entire width is going to be 15 seconds, right? And you'll see a little red bar. So you can see I still have a little bit of time left. And so I could keep going. And so you can mix and match in here as well. So now if we wanted to go down to the half speed one, which is going to make it slower. Now if I press and record, you're going to see me. And if I do a wave, it's going to be really, really slow. Or if I do the 2 times speed, it's faster, right? And we're going to be like, waving, and it should kind of do that for you. All right, so as you can see, now there's another little red mark in there, another little space. Now, what this means is you can record in chunks. So you can actually go until you hit your 15 seconds. And then if you say you just recorded this bit and you didn't really like it very much, you can hit the X button next to the record button and it will like delete the last piece that you just put in. Now, if you were like, oh crap, I really wanted that piece, I want it back, you could actually come back in and hit redo, and it's going to bring back that piece that you just deleted. So what's kind of neat about this, and I'll show you the timer too. So you have a 3-second or a 10-second, oh, and a 20-second one. And it's going to say, when do you want to stop? So you're going to say, we're going to stop at the very end, which is 15 seconds. And so we're going to be like, we'll do a countdown, and then it will keep recording until the end of the video. So it says, wasting time. Wow, that's a long time. Okay, bye. Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this live. So if there's that. Yet, you should give it a thumbs up because we're trying to get to 10 thumbs up and I don't even know where we are. So you have the ability here to add music. And now here's what's actually really cool about this. This is popular music. And so they have a special deal with all of these people that you can use up to 15 seconds of these really popular songs. So here we go. Here's the chicken wing song. Actually, I don't know if I'm doing it from a short into this. You can adjust when it starts. I'm gonna do it fast before it hits me. I gotta do it fast. All right, and so from here, you'll see that this particular video is 15 seconds. You can choose a title. You can say it's gonna be public. You can select an audience if you have channel members, if it's just for them or whoever else. Now here is what is also interesting about YouTube Shorts is you cannot use YouTube Shorts to get monetized. And right now they currently don't monetize these videos either. So if you had one that blows up and gets 1 million views on it, you can't use that against your 4,000 hours to get into the YouTube Partner Program. It will count as watch time and it'll count in your metrics, but it doesn't count as qualifying time for your 4,000 hours if you are not yet monetized. And even if you are monetized, they will not serve ads against YouTube Shorts. Okay, so this was everything about the YouTube Shorts in here. Let me go ahead and go back. Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this live. If you haven't yet. All right, so actually let's come back to just me. Okay, so do we have questions on what we've seen? So, oh yeah, all the stuff is gonna flash on screen again. Whoops. Anybody have, oh yeah, there go all the things on screen again. I gotta figure that out, man. This autoplay thing it's killing me, Smalls, it's killing me. But if you guys didn't know, the subscribe button's available now. Check it out in the merch shelf below. Those are my socials over there. Thank you so much. Come find me on TikTok and Instagram. It's a good time. No, I can't play the chicken wing song because they don't recognize that this live stream isn't a YouTube short. So actually that'll be interesting if I maybe get something, copyright ID on that. So there's that. Okay, so YouTube Shorts. If you do it inside of the app, 15 seconds long, up to 15 seconds long. If you do it outside of the app, which I kind of recommend, then you can upload and it will be considered a short if it's under 60 seconds and uploaded in vertical. And it's not necessarily required. They did recommend it at the time. They were browsing for videos that had the hashtag shorts in the title and in the description. They're saying now that it's not required, that they're combing through and looking for vertical videos under 60 seconds that meet the criteria. But it doesn't hurt either to throw in that hashtag shorts on it either. Thank you, buddy. That was a good shake. That was a good shake. And so when you post that, unlike a story, which stays on your profile when someone clicks on your little head, and that only stays for 7 days, this will actually stay and live as a regular YouTube video. So there will be eventually then analytics on it, and they're working on it, and they're also working, they said, eventually to separate the metrics between YouTube Shorts as well as like regular videos, because if you're someone who makes hour-long documentaries all the time, and then you have a whole bunch of shorts on your channel, it could be harder to be able to distinguish some of that, because the shorts could be messing with your average view duration and all that stuff. So let's see here. Oh, Pixel Pia, hey, how's it going? And let's see here. Thanks for a great, it's been 2 years. Oh, thank you for watching me for 2 years. I love that. Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, appreciate that. And this is a great community. I agree. Yes, this is a great community. The real Caleb's wants to take. He's like, the only reason this video is at 10 likes is because of his aggressiveness, or she aggressiveness. Thank you. I'm gonna assume he with Caleb, but I don't want to assume. Please start channel reviews. Here's the deal with channel reviews. People don't follow rules when I offer to do channel reviews. The channel reviews, I say, the order in which channel reviews are done are the people that sign up in advance and actually fill out the Google form. Okay, so that's one. Or people who like leave a comment and in the chat. But all of those get leapfrogged if someone does like a super chat or anything like that and wants a channel review first. And here's the thing is people really want to believe that their channel is sometimes special in some way, that whatever channel review that I'm doing, advice doesn't apply to them and they need their own channel review. But the truth is, most of the time, if you just watch some of the channel reviews that have already happened or just listen to channel reviews that are happening, it's almost always the same things. It's almost always your thumbnails aren't enticing, your titles need work, your description boxes aren't filled out correctly, you don't have any tags, you're not posting consistently, I don't know when you're gonna upload, your channel is confusing, you don't have a niche. And it's those things, or you haven't been doing it long enough. It's those things that people don't want to hear, and they want to hear it specifically for their channel. And not only that, there was this real sense of, now I'm just telling you guys, there's this real sense of like entitlement that some people have, where I remember I did like 3 hours one day, and then I even came back the next day and I finished a whole bunch more, and then people were just upset that I hadn't picked theirs first, or that other people leapfrog over them. And I'm like, yeah, because they paid. So yeah, they should get attention first. And they weren't, I don't know, grateful or patient. And that attitude was so disheartening to see, that like it burnt me out and I didn't even want to do it. I was just like, I'm trying, I'm spending 6-7 hours of my day that I could be creating content, and people are just wanting to be like pissy and angry with me about whatever reason, because they think that they're a special snowflake, that they didn't get what they wanted from me. And I was just like, there's so many ways to work with me. You can get a channel review from me if you pay for it. You can do one-on-one coaching with me. You can do like consultations with me. You can like, You can buy courses from me. Like, I have so many different ways that I help people. Plus, I churn out videos every Sunday or every week and make free content. Yet you want to yell at me because I didn't do a channel review for you. And so I just I was so turned off by the whole thing. I was just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And I don't want to do it if people can't follow the rules. They were coming and screaming at me in chat. I'm like, did you fill out the Google form? No. Did you do a super chat? No. Did you do what was asked or expected of you? No. And I even said, I'm doing all the channel reviews today of the ones that I didn't get to yesterday. So if you're not one of those people, I'm not taking more requests. And then being like, well, I sat through this 2-hour live stream. And I'm like, congratulations, I did too. I was here and I was clicking buttons and I was doing things. So I appreciate you for watching it and everything, but don't yell at me because I didn't do your channel review, So it really bugged me, the level of entitlement that people had and the level of not having any appreciation. I was just like, no, I'm not going to do it. And I remember I spoke with Dee Nimmin and Nick Nimmin too about it, and they were like, yeah, that's why we don't really do as many of them anymore, because not only is it the same advice over and over and over again, it's people don't understand that, one, it's exhausting, but two, they're not special in some way, that having someone tell you that these things need work on your channel doesn't change the fact that you need to do all those things. And most of the time, people who are already asking for channel reviews, we're going on this tangent, sorry guys, are people who've been watching a million different gurus and how-to videos and all of this stuff, and they hear all the things, but they need to hear it from someone saying it directly to them as if that is the changing thing. And here's the thing is, I could even say all the things that are wrong, not wrong, but I might improve or have you look at if you were a coaching client of mine, and I could come back 5 months later and you wouldn't have done any of them. And so it's kind of like a slap in the face to me to be like, please, please tell me how to fix my channel. And then I say, here are 5 things that you can do. And I come back and you've done none of them. And I'm like, well, then why did I even bother telling you if you weren't going to, 1, take any of the advice, or 2, take any action? What was the point? What was the point of that? So, sorry. That's a whole other thing. Can of worms. How can we make our live streams look like CNN? A lot of it is going to be overlays and cameras changing and stuff like that. So, no, I'm not going to do any channel reviews tonight. The only thing that I was actually doing was I wanted to show you guys the YouTube Shorts thing and share my screen and see if that worked, because right now it's hooked up to my computer and I'm trying to see if that works. Yes, my name is Caleb. I agree with you, Shelly. All the tips and tricks are out there. We just have to listen and apply them. So right on. Because people are looking for the magic button that makes you go viral, but we don't share where it is hidden. And here's the thing also. One thing I know, we're going to jump back on the petty bus real quick, and then we'll move on to something else, okay? Is that a lot of people watch and they don't do. And that is what is the missing implementation piece for learning and actually being able to speak from experience on things that work, things that don't work. And so I can watch 1,000 hours of NBA basketball. It does not mean that I can go out there and dribble a ball and get it in the net. Obviously, I don't even know what it is. Because watching is not the same as doing. So if you've never made a YouTube video, it's really hard to explain to you how to be a YouTuber unless you've done it. If you've done it and you've actually hit publish, the definition of a YouTuber is you hit publish on a video. Doesn't matter if it was the worst video in the entire world, if it was an awesome video, you become a YouTuber once you hit publish, okay, on a video. And if you've never done that, and if you haven't done it multiple times, and if you don't have any data, then I'm not sure why you think watching 50 videos from a YouTube help guru is going to be the magic and only pill if you haven't actually made any videos. And I've told this story lots of times where I used to go to a meetup where someone said that they had wanted to make a YouTube channel for several years, and they they just hadn't done it. And I'm like, it's 2 years later. It's 2 years later. You're still coming to this meetup and you haven't made a YouTube channel. And I don't know what you're doing as a social media expert and selling things and telling clients about what they need to do to grow their YouTube channel. You've never grown a YouTube channel. It's just like the people who want to tell you how to get your first 100 subscribers when they have 1 subscriber. I'm not saying that some people don't have the ability to tell you, but if they've never done it yet for themselves, they're probably just repackaging someone else's information and selling it to you like it's sound advice. Now, there is some exceptions to that. People who, and I know people who have been coaches under other people, and they have helped people grow their YouTube channels. Now, that's channel management, that's YouTube strategy, that's video editing. They're helping, they're in there, but they do not have their own channels, or their own channels are very small because they're focused on helping their clients and their employers, or whatever you want to call it. But they have experience in the field that they're talking about. The people that show up who say how to get your first 1,000 subscribers or how to get your first brand deal, and they've never gotten a brand deal and they only have 5 subscribers, that is not someone that I want to take advice from, because I do not want to follow in the path of someone who has never walked the trail, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure how else to say that without just sounding like a jerk, but like, if you haven't done it, then tell me that what you're doing is you're going along on this journey and you're taking us along with you. But it bothers me when you come across and say, I am an expert. I am the person who's going to show you how to do this, even though I've never yet done it for myself or any clients that I've worked with. I don't mind if I learn it from someone who hasn't done it themselves, but has worked for someone who has done it and they've been in the industry. I have a problem with people who show up and say, this is how you get 10,000 subscribers, when they've only put out one video and it's how to get 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers, and they've never made any videos and they've never worked for anyone who has hit 10,000 subscribers. This is a whole thing. Sorry. I'm sorry. This was supposed to be just a quick test, a fun test about, and it's turned into pretty much how I hate people. So, but I don't hate people. I just don't like people who don't understand what I'm trying to say, I guess. Okay. The Barnyard Chicken says, I totally understand. Thank you. Bye, Caleb. See you on Thursday. Yep. Oh, hey, my friend Eugene's here. We were just talking about that. Oh, you're crying. Why are you crying? Did I make you cry? Back in the day, I'm just going to say this. Back in the day, I used to be probably, which is funny because you think I'm probably not a very nice person right now, but I used to not be very nice, apparently. And apparently it was just a day at work when I made people cry. I'm just tough, apparently. And you would get that if you come and work with me as a coaching client. Is I'm not going to be the one to pat you on, well, one, I'm not going to pat you on the bottom ever, but like on the back and be like, you're doing amazing. There is nothing that I would change. Now I'm going to say you're doing amazing and I'm so proud of you when you hit certain things, but I'm not going to blow sunshine and rainbows and be like, you've done everything. You've done everything, because there's always something. Okay. It says YouTube is number 2 search engine. So pretty much all the things we need to learn how to grow something, whether plants or a channel, all info is out there for free, and the key is to apply them. Yes and no. I'm going to say there's a lot of people out there. A lot of people out there have good advice. A lot of people out there have really crappy advice, and it's difficult to, one, sometimes like see which one is which. And just because someone has advice that has worked for someone, it doesn't mean that it's the right advice for you. And so there is a lot of weeding out, and there is a lot of customization, and there is a lot of, does this apply to me? Because sometimes it does not. And a lot of those cookie cutter formulas that people are trying to sell you about, this is how you do X and Y and Z, they don't work for everyone. They're good ideas in principle, but then you feel bad about yourself when you try and implement them and they don't work for you. So similar to how, I don't want to get myself in too much more trouble, but like all the people who try and join MLMs and are sold this great lifestyle about like how you're your own boss and like you have all these resources, and then you find out that everyone and their mom is selling the same products you are, and that it's a lot more work and hustle than you were probably promised at the beginning that it would be. And Yeah. So I highly believe, here's the thing is, there's too much noise out there. There's too much advice. There's too many things that people are trying. And I think that sometimes you have to pick a lane and go with it. And you just do the best with the information that you have at that particular moment in time. And so I also find that, like, when you find a coach or a mentor or a person that you like, follow them, do what they're saying, focus in on it, and stop futzing around with 15 other gurus. And I know that I say that, and some of my friends are YouTube gurus and stuff like that, but I'm saying, like, the advice that Roberto Blake may give someone isn't the same advice as maybe Nick Nimmin because, or Dee Nimmin, or anyone else, because maybe it doesn't apply to their situation. If Roberto is trying to tell someone who's a 34-year-old creative entrepreneur trying to learn how to do Photoshop skills and go from an hourly mentality to something else, it's a different experience than someone who is a 24-year-old trying to become a YouTuber while using their phone. And so the advice that one may get is not the same advice as the other. So you also have to find a person that aligns not only with your values, but like your personality, the way that you like to be spoken to, or the way that you learn things, and the advice that they're giving. So there are a lot of pieces, and yes, there's a lot of gurus out there, but I think there is 1 or 2 or 3 for everyone. And I just think that most people end up like trying to take advice from 15 and then being upset when, like, one person says that, like, tags don't matter and the other says that you should do 3 hours of research for them. You know what I mean? Like, it just comes down to, it depends. But sometimes I just really believe you really need to, like, pick a lane and go with it for a while. So, where are we? Sorry. We're talking about YouTube Shorts. Do we have questions about YouTube Shorts? And we talked a lot about YouTube Shorts, so. Sorry, we're spitting facts over here, right? Thanks, Eugene. Thanks for being my friend. And you know, like, I'm kind of nice. I'm kind of nice. Let's see, it says, it all depends on the information. If it's updated, how I digest it, what is right or wrong. Yeah. Yep. So, there's lots of advice. There's lots of people out there. And, you know, if you think about it, it's kind of like when you're picking a diet, right? Not all diets are necessarily bad. Not all of them are good. Not all of them work for everyone. And it's, you know, keto for some people and South Beach diet for others and no carbs for others and whatever, you know, and it's because bodies are different and people are different and all of that kind of information. So, oh my God. Yes. So Summer Silvery on Twitter, I got tagged in a tweet. It says, if you're not embracing the vertical video format while creating content, you are missing out on a lot of opportunities. Fleets, Snapchat, Instagram stories, Reels, IGTV, TikTok, Facebook stories, Pinterest. I'm sure I'm missing more, but you get the point. Embrace the vertical. And Roberto Blake just said, Shelly Saves is smiling right now. And I'm like, yes. In fact, tomorrow, like I said, I'll be on the TubeBuddy channel. We're talking about vertical video. We're talking about YouTube Shorts. And that is the whole point of this test live stream tonight. But it says, oh, I get this so much. LOL, I've had this same rant hundreds of times. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. It's just, I don't mean to go off and rant, but I just, yeah. Anything that you guys want to talk about, we can talk about things that make you happier. Let me see here. What did I miss? And what did I miss? Don't get me. Hamilton. Oh, God. My favorite store. Ooh. I don't know. Eugene, I don't know if you're around or available. You want to come on? You certainly can. Let's see here. I don't know. What kind of store are we talking about? If we're talking clothing, I like Express. If we're talking makeup, I like Sephora. If you're talking food, I don't know. I like a lot of food. Let's see here. Will you do a new Q&A soon? Well, I don't know. But I am doing, like I said, Thursdays, I am doing the hour-long ones, and it can be either video editing related or YouTube related. And so if it's YouTube related or stuff like that, I can always take questions during that time. Or if you guys have questions, submit them ahead of time. Yeah, absolutely happy to do that. Jordan Lopez, you're watching on an iPad. Did it get fixed? All that stuff. How much longer am I on for? I don't know. Actually, how long have I been on for? Oh, I've been on for an hour. Oh, I didn't realize. I don't know. I don't know. I've accomplished what I wanted to, which was just the test with the, oh, I don't know if you saw it, but I was showing off the, YouTube Shorts thing inside of, and I was doing this. I can show it. Bow, bow. What did I miss? I was showing off this. Hopefully it's doing it. Am I doing it? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm showing off myself and then the phone screen. So there's that. And I was saying it's so interesting that I have it on the beauty channel, but not on any of my other channels. So I think that's really, really interesting. Did it just shrink my window? Go back. Go back. Oh my God, every time, you guys. Every time. I gotta figure out how to stop that. This autoplay with the scenes, it just, yeah, everything's coming back up again. Oops. Oopsies. Let's see here. Now, I know Caleb's gone, but he was encouraging everyone to give this video a thumbs up and like it, because yeah, it's a makeup store. Walmart and McDonald's, but those aren't necessarily I mean, in the grand sense of the word, where you can exchange money for items. Yes, I think of those as like restaurants. So I was excluding kind of like restaurants. I was thinking more like a food boutique that you go in and like buy things like Popcornopolis, or like, you know, one of my favorite food stores though. Tell me, like, you guys walking through a mall and you get that wafting smell of like, oh shoot, it's still showing the subscribe thing, isn't it? 1 second. The wafting smell of like Cinnabon. Oh my God. Do we love Cinnabon? Anyone else? Just me? Oh, it's so good. Like, subscribe, bell. We're gonna pause you. Oh, now it's playing. There we go. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ring that bell. Woo! Yeah, there's that. And oh, I should also, since we're doing this, let me play this real quick. Special shout out to my channel members and my platinum level channel member, which is TubeBuddy. Thanks Phil and team for supporting my channel. I appreciate you. It made me smile when I saw that they signed up. I even sent them a message. I'm like, you do not have to sign up and support me. But it was really, really sweet that they did. So that was nice. Channel memberships, there you go. They're available if you guys want to sign up. We'll do private live streams with question and answers for channel members only. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here. What do we got over here? It says Sweet Green. Oh, that's at the salad place, right? We have an evergreen here. I don't think we have a Sweet Green. I know Cinnabon. Cinnabon is the jam, man. I will have you know that Cinnabon like followed me on Twitter, and I was just like, well, that just frosts my buns, or something like that. But I was just like, I was so excited because I was like, the Cinnabon followed me. I was pretty stoked. About that. I'm gonna respond on Twitter and say, oh heck yes, vertical all the way. If you guys didn't know, I am a huge lover of vertical video. Love vertical video. In fact, I'm going to be going hard on vertical video, so hard in 2021. In fact, my next course is going to be vertical video focused. It's going to be called Vertical Video Bootcamp. It's part of Vertical Video Marketing Academy, where basically it will run you through the ins and outs of vertical video on tons of different sites and what makes sites special and why you would want to use it for your business or all that kind of good stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. And because I have a lot of real estate agents that follow me over on Instagram because of Chelsea Pites. Hey, shout out to Chelsea Pites. Although you don't watch me on YouTube, you watch me on Instagram. And I have a special love in my heart for real estate agents. I'm gonna like call it the unofficial official guide to real estate and social media. for all of those people. Oh shoot, I think I just totally, bring it back. So I'm super stoked about that. That's going to be coming in 2021, well, early 2021. And that's going to be my next course. I'm pretty excited. We have a new channel member, Pixelpia. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, I'm so excited that you're here. If you guys didn't also see it, if you join the squad member, you get access to special emojis and your name shows green in chat, which is really, really awesome. So pretty excited about that. Thank you. Am I going to upgrade to the new M1 Max? You know what? I would be tempted on a MacBook Pro, but to be fair, I have this iMac that I've been using. And in fact, you guys, if you could see how janky this setup sometimes is, like I have like a table that's like from Staples, like not even like a nice table. Don't believe the glitz and glamour. It's you guys, it's such a mess sometimes. I have these like arm things for my like microphone and webcam and stuff that's mounted. I don't know if I can see it. Woo woo! Shout out to Shure, by the way. I still love and use and rock this mic. I love the look of it too. It's the MV51, FYI. So I have my microphone as well as like a webcam over here on these articulating little arms. And because this table, like from Staples, which is a like plastic fold table, it's janky, guys. It has curved edges. And so the thing on it has like a table grip like this, and then has like the little spiral thing that you kind of tighten up on the bottom. It doesn't do well on a curved table, so I have like actually pieces of like an old mailing box that are cardboard that are like shoved on top and bottom to try and give it a more stable edge. But sometimes if I just knock it too much, the whole thing just falls backwards off the thing. But we do what you gotta do sometimes, right, people? You do what you gotta do. Oh, hey, we have another Super Squad member. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, so I'm going to play the, because I really need to create a Super Squad. You guys, I should do that. So the only thing I can play is the Super Chat one. So hold on one second. Let me play it. Let me see here. Where is the Super Chat? Play. And if you didn't know, that is actually a sound that came from Audio Hero. And Audio Hero gives you 10 songs a month when you have a paid version of TubeBuddy. So, Audio Hero. That's where all the music I use actually for my live stream comes from. Yay! Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you both. That's so awesome. And in fact, what's really cool is I make all of the little emojis and custom things for chat. I make them myself in PicMonkey, which is probably why they don't look as nice as if Eugene had made them, because if you guys didn't see it, he came on the live stream, was it last week now? Last Thursday, and schooled me in After Effects and overlays for your live streams. And I'm like, yeah, I did mine in Keynote and I exported and I put it here, and yours look like professional and mine look like amateur hour, but that's part of my brand. That's what works for me. But anyways, super excited about that. And I create the little emoji badges and stuff like that. And I use PicMonkey to do it. And what's kind of cool is the more members that you get, the more badges you can have, if that makes sense. So like if you have like 2 members, then you can have like 3 custom emojis. And if you have like 5 members, then you can have like 4 custom emojis. And so the more that you get, then the more that I'm allowed to create and upload. So that means I think we might be able to make some more emojis. So if there's something that you guys want to see, like, oh, I really want pink hearts or a superhero. I have a superhero one, but I'm saying if there's something that you want, let me know. And then I can try and create it and then make that a sticker for you guys in the chat. Yeah, you have the... Okay, so if you guys didn't know, that's the same coffee cup that I use on my, I have like a little like shirt that you can get. And so I was trying not to make like super like branded merch. So it has like the coffee cup on it or something. It says like, I like you a latte or something. Or it has like Shelly Squad or something in like very tiny little piece of it. And and I love purple. Purple's my favorite color. And then I have a nod to my puppies. So I have a puppy one, and then I have like a little superhero one. And yeah. But if there's something that you want, let me know. And then I can create that. And then you can use it in the chat. And it'll be fun because I'm live streaming at least once a week anyway. There's going to be plenty of opportunity for you to use it. Plus, if you're on certain tiers or higher, then you get access to the members only live streams. And there are ones where we can do members only chat. And then there are places in the community tab where you guys are the only ones who will see certain messages as well. So I can post things, and there can be stuff like, do you want to like see this video or that video, and you can help me with certain decisions. And then just FYI, if you're on the highest level, then you also get added to like my close friends on Instagram for like behind the scenes stories and stuff. So just FYI. You're doing thumbnails via After Effects. I do have a Facebook group. You can join it. It's called Brand New to Personal Branding, and it's in the description box of this one. So you do need to answer the questions, because if you don't, then I don't necessarily have to accept you. So yeah, it's a very, very, very small group right now. We're just kind of getting up and started. If there's stuff that you guys want to see in there, yeah. And it's just kind of it's a chill place to like talk and just be kind of like a newbie. Like, it's kind of like a very introductory, like you can ask whatever questions in there, and it's fine because everyone's like fairly new. So thumbnails via After Effects crash course. Yeah, I can throw that into the mix. You know, I was thinking about doing a one of my Thirsty Thursday or Triple T Thursday topics was going to be using Keynote to make thumbnails, because a lot of people don't use it for like most stuff. But the Keynote, man, it is the secret ingredient and weapon to so much stuff. I don't know if you guys saw this, and I don't know how to fix it just yet. Every once in a while when I plug in my phone to the computer and then I run it, it tells me that the time is 9:41. It's like stuck at 9:41, and then if I close the phone and reopen it again, then it goes back to whatever time it really is. But like, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. So strange. So strange. And if you're in the Seattle area too, just like Eugene is, we have a Facebook group for Seattle creators as well. So you can check that out. Seattle YouTube creators on Facebook, something like that. You love supporting creators you like. And you know, I've seen that. I've seen you in Dee Niman's live streams. You're very active over there. I think you're a channel member over there as well. I love that. It's so awesome. I love that. So, what is my go-to editing app? It depends. If it's on a computer, on an iPad, on a phone, it can all depend. So if I'm on my phone, I'm making something short and quick. Sometimes InShot is probably one of my favorites. If I'm doing something where I'm adding captions, if you guys didn't check out the video that I just put out on Sunday, I have 2 free ways to add captions for your videos. One is using a new kind of Instagram adjacent app. It's called Threads, which is really, really, really cool. It will auto-transcribe your stuff. The other one is a release that I remember I used it back in the day. I didn't like it. I deleted it, and now it's been updated, and I re-put it back on my phone. And it's called Clips. It's on iOS, and it used to only be able to do stuff in a square, but now you can actually do it in other formats as well. And you can do an emoji, and you can add captions auto-transcribed as well, which is awesome. And then download those and add stickers. So I will probably start using that more. I also really, really enjoy my favorite captioning app on my phone is called Mix Captions, M-I-X Captions. And the cool thing is you can export an SRT file from it and upload that to YouTube. And it's so much cheaper than paying for like Rev.com or other transcription service. It is not as good. It's using AI to do it. So you will probably have to go in there and fix some stuff. But it's so much cheaper because if you want the ability to buy, you buy just groups of minutes. So you can buy like 600, 300 minutes is like $5. As well as like on rev.com, they went from $1 a minute to like $1.25 a minute. So instead of $1.25 a minute, which is going to get you less than 5 minutes, for the same $5, you can get like 300 minutes or something like that. Something get crazy over on Mixed Captions. So that is like one of my favorites. You can also do kind of the same stuff as you do in InShot, where you can resize it, make it different sizes. You can place your captions in different areas of the screen. And it has like a whole bunch of different languages you can do if you wanted to go that route. And like I said, you don't have to use the burned in captions on screen. You can actually just use it. I use it as the cheapest way to sometimes export the SRT file to support closed captions on videos. You can also upload videos so that you can do your transcription or have burned in things and use those as Instagram stories or IGTV type videos. So that's another way to do it. And one thing that's really cool is if you had like wider videos that you wanted to reframe and put into like that size and then have the captions go top or bottom to like fill up some of the dead space, that's also a really great way to put it on like IGTV or something like that. Definitely would recommend that. So I would take a look into Mixed Captions. Also, if I'm making Instagram stories and the thing is never going to be on YouTube, I really like Spark Camera, and it's fairly intuitive once you kind of get used to the circles and stuff like that. One of the reasons I like it is because it also has a built-in sound library using Epidemic sounds, which usually you pay $15 a month or whatever for. And if you use it, you can go direct upload to like TikTok or Instagram stories and stuff like that. If you use that same video and you put it on YouTube, you will get a copyright content ID claim. Not a copyright strike, but a content ID claim where if you monetize that video or even if you didn't, the people who made the song, Epidemic, actually will claim all of the ad revenue on that video. So just be aware of that. It uses Epidemic sounds. It's fine on TikTok and Instagram. It's not okay-ish on YouTube because it will get a content ID strike. Or not a strike, a copyright ID claim, not strike. If I'm on my iPad, I really, really like Lumafusion. It is my favorite. I also have it on my phone, but I like the extra screen real estate area on an iPad. I know that Travis MCP does all of his editing mostly on iPad and using Lumafusion. It is wicked fast when it comes to working and manipulating 4K video, like better than some laptops do. Thank you, buddy. And the export and render times are really, really, really good. It has a weird kind of clunky interface that you really have to kind of get used to, but then once you're kind of used to it, it's pretty good. And it supports green screen, supports titles, supports overlays, supports different size dimensions. It's a really, really good program, but I would recommend it on iPad, not as much on iPhone. When it comes to my desktop computer, I use Final Cut Pro. I used to use iMovie, but now I mainly use Final Cut Pro. Yeah. So I hope that answers the question on apps. Yes, hopefully. Let's see here. Let me just make sure. Yes. You're very, very welcome. I love seeing, like, looking over and actually seeing the green and, like, the little emojis. You guys, it makes my heart so happy. That's so cool. And I have to say, I do love InShot a lot. I don't think that it gets enough love. It's actually pretty powerful. It's probably one of my favorites for on my phone. And you know what else is actually pretty good on your phone? Because I've been messing around with this. iMovie on your phone is actually pretty darn good because it supports now moving titles. It supports green screen, which you wouldn't think would be that difficult, but some apps don't support it, like Splice or like different ones. And Pocket Video completely changed the way they did their stuff. It doesn't look as good. VLLO is the only other one that I really saw that supports chroma key or green screen right out of the bat. Other ones, like I think it was Video Leap, you pay extra for that one feature. So yeah. iMovie is actually not that bad on iOS. It's pretty good, especially now with the updated titles stuff and InShot. Those are, yeah, and Spark Video, if it's just quick stuff, Spark Camera just released text on video. So good. Because it didn't have that before. It is the easiest way to make Instagram stories with like these kind of jump cuts in between different scenes that makes it look like you like really, really tried without a lot of effort, which is awesome. So yeah, there's that. If you don't subscribe to Epidemic Sound, yeah, you don't have to subscribe to it. I'm saying if you use Spark Camera, it uses songs from Epidemic Sounds. Also, if you're also a TubeBuddy member, if you guys didn't know that, you can get a discount to Epidemic Sounds as well. I think it's like 25%, which is awesome. Oh, are you guys both teachers? Oh, that's so awesome. My mom was a school teacher. I'm the daughter of a school teacher. That's why I usually love doing like a back to school giveaway, and it's special to me. Teachers are very special to me. So thank you for doing what you do. I know it's also not easy right now with everything going on, virtual learning, and especially not only like virtual learning, but for teachers who've never had to deal with all of that. Some of them dealing with technology, like I just can't even imagine how difficult for some it is right now. So kudos to all the teachers out there. We love and appreciate you so much. So, all right. So we'd long past have covered everything that I wanted to. So I'm going to go eat dinner because my husband came in and told me a while back that he was just going to start eating without me. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But thank you everyone for hanging out with me. If you guys didn't hear, also, I will be live streaming on the TubeBuddy channel. And it's tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. And we're talking vertical video. We're talking shorts. You'll get kind of a little bit of a preview here without all of the angriness and stuff, hopefully. And that'll be super duper fun. And let's see. Bye. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. And yeah, tune in. Would love to see you. All right. I gotta figure out this one. Pretty sure it's this one. All right. Bye, guys.